we didn't go into nothing. We just greeted each other. But he told me to stay on the straight and narrow. I know what that means from church, and I know what that means from Everett, and we discussed it. Right, staying on the straight and narrow mean walk straight. Right, don't let these people push you off your path.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when Everett X had to leave, he went upstate, and the last thing I told him, I was like, "Man, this is a big deal. I don't know if I could do it." He looked at me, and I could see the Elijah Muhammad in his face when he started smiling. He said, "Oh, you got this." And then he recited the story of Hiram Abiff, and he said, "You're gonna need that later." And then I heard Farrakhan go over the story of Hiram Abiff, right? And when I started studying the story after I got out of prison, I started seeing certain events unfolding that was unnerving to me because this was starting to tell me there's a Masonic connection to my birthright. So now I have to study the lodges deeper than I already have because I was going through a secret society investigation while I was studying with the Nuwabians in prison. So we was going through, well, I was going through each secret society reading entire text on them. Where Malachi had a book out called Secret Societies Unmasked, where he got a little part about all of them. So I started to get books from their perspective about their doctrine, right? But it became more enhanced when I came home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And um, so during the course of these years, normally my temperament, I would have been, I would what they call ready to ride. I was always ready to ride, but it had to be one condition: I got to be right. The only reason why I feel like that is because my mama used to tell me when I was little that don't start nothing and you're gonna always win it. You got to always be in the right. So I don't start nothing, but I sure finish it. I don't got no problem finishing it. And I remember my father saying that a man always moves straight. He said, "Man, don't do all that funny, swervy, shifty stuff." That's not how he was talking to his friends in our garage. So this was one of my lessons on being a man from my father that really impacted my life because I always came at people straight. And mama said, respect those who respect you. But you got to give respect to get respect. That means if I'm at your house, in order for me to get respect at your house, I got to first give you respect. I got to come in peace in order to receive peace and the blessing up on arrival. So everywhere I went, I held that in the forefront of my mind. And everybody that I met them from a level of respect, and it was returned. And this is why, as a GD, I'm over in Motown on 50th in May, living in the complex in the All Stone neighborhood. The only folks is on 50th place, right? So I gave them their respect because that's their land. I already know to honor them on their land and give them their due respect. And they drew an attachment to me from being respectable and being respectful of their place. So I ran into a couple of confrontations with some of the stones, but it was always resolved in the manner of respect. So I didn't ever have a problem with stones and vice lords being stones and vice lords. I didn't never see them as enemies because I knew we had the same enemies. So I didn't know how to categorize what I'm looking at, but I know that whoever it is that's infiltrating stones and vice lords is the same people infiltrating the GDs. I understand the literature of the GDs. And I understand the literature that I was given by vice lords. And I understand the literature that I was given orally by Stones and Crips and Bloods. And I'm seeing a pattern that this is the behavior that's ancient on the land. If this behavior is ancient on the land, I got to see it somewhere else. Here, lo and behold, it emerges. It's the structure of the Nation of Islam. It's the structure of the 5% nation. It's the structure of Yahweh ben Yahweh's Hebrew Israelites. It's a repeating pattern. It's a tribal structure from the top to the bottom. How we used to perform in the old ways where we was in all parts of the land, but we never had conflicts with people on their portion of the land. Because we understood that who we are is predicated up on honoring those in respect when you in their house. You can't come in somebody's house and just superimpose your will. So whoever the imposter is the ones who came in our house and is doing what we don't normally do.
Makes sense.
So when I start tracing it back, I end up with the 32-degree Scottish Rite, Morals and Dogma, George Washington, Albert Pike, um, um, the guy that started the Illuminati, Adam Weishaupt.
Mm.
Three different personas of the same person. But most people can't see the pattern. I couldn't see the pattern originally until I was studying forensic profiling and the mechanics of it. And I wanted to do a forensic profile on the biblical God character, which turned out horrible, by the way. Turned out horrible. Turns out that he's a sociopathic narcissist, early bedwetter who has mama issues and daddy issues and don't know his own identity and sexuality, who feels that he should be held in superiority to other people just because who he is, where other people become less than him. This biblical God character can't be no God. He got to be some kind of mortal masquerading as a God through written literature. Because that's not the characteristics of the God form. So that came from a Q&A that I had in Saginaw Correctional Facility with some University of Michigan psychologists who came to do a lecture at the prison. And during the course of the lecture, I had asked them, had anybody done a psychological evaluation of the biblical God character because I couldn't find it. And they assured me that as far as they knew, one of them had like 35 years in psychiatry and psychology. One was a psychologist for over 45 years. The other one was a psychiatrist for over 40 years. And none of them had heard of anybody having the audacity to do a psychological profile in the since it became known on this character from the Bible.
Now, with that, let me just interject my little bit of my knowledge from what I learned versus what I was taught versus what I learned afterwards in awakening process. We see God in the Bible somewhat as schizophrenic and bipolar and can't make up his mind about his love or hatred for his creation, when in fact we're not talking about one being, we're talking about more than one. We're talking
Hmm.
about at least two majors and then minor
But
characters
okay,
who
so
who
that
come
goes
in with
back to what that's the schizophrenic tendencies and the sociopathic personality disorder. Bobby E. Wright wrote a book called The Psychopathic Racial Personality. That's the God character summed up in under 200 pages.
But if he is making this so-called God into one being with all of these personalities, I tend to disagree. I see multiple beings
Right, because you're
competing
looking at it for what the
competing.
story you're looking at
Yeah,
it for what the story is saying in its original language.
right, right.
I'm looking at the God that they given the people
In the Bible.
in the they saying it's the God of the Bible.
The so-called Bible. Well, I mean, they created the Bible anyway, so
Right.
it is the God
But
of their
even
Bible.
that,
They
look,
created the Bible.
right. But even that, the character, right? We know
Hmm.
that the character comes from a series of gods merged into one person. Well, we call it a condensed God formula. They take all of the guys, give them one name as one person, and you change those names in the translation, and the layman will never know.
Right.
But the biblical seminarians know they lying to the people, and in order to get they preaching certification, they just go along with the lie.
That's what we do.
Go along to get along. So if you continuously go along with the lie, you can't liberate nobody or free nobody mind because you live in a lie.
But I'm gonna say this, Rod, just like I've said when the times when Grand Sheik has made this like sort of like
City in California flood should raise your eyes because the people in California, they don't. It's too dry out there to have
Yeah,
flood like
that's
that.
right. That's right. It's too the way the ground, and then it's mountains, a lot of parts. When you start going more west,
So now we talking about Atlantis underwater.
okay.
All right, now this is an article where the drowned guys live. Believe it or not, but this is what modern day Atlantis looks like. Right? Lost beneath the waves, the depths of the oceans are lined with sunken cities, flooded crypts, drowned forests and structures. While some are completely submerged, others are partially waterlogged. These drowned cities hold myths and secrets of the deep. Here's a glimpse of the sunken world lost to watery wreckage. Now, what this is talking about, they got actual whole cities that they found under the oceans, right? Like if you look up Bimini Road, let's go look it up just so we got time.
Hey, we gotta look up that word maroon too.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to it because that's part of the Gullas. The Gullas is they called them Maroons when they was they chased them out. This is a group of islands off of the Carolinas, and I'll show it to you. But right now we on what I tell you put it in there?
Shit, I went blank too. Shit. Start with a P.
We was talking about Bimini Road. Bimini Road.
Bini.
No, Bimini. Bimini Road.
Oh yeah, Bimini Road. Got it right here. Oh yeah, you on something here, bro? Let me say this in your folder.
Yeah, so when they're telling you Atlantis sank, this is what they're talking about.
Oh, let's go. Let's do it. You want this
you
map
see that
right
lion
here?
underwater statue?
Yeah, I got it right here. I got it.
You see the diagram? Get the diagram too, so they can see the layout.
I got it. Now you already know. I got it. You already know. That's a good layout right there because you got this right. I ain't never heard of this. This is another part to my Atlantis tape. Let me get this like a Ishtar. It look like Hathor.
Now this over here, right?
Yeah.
Now the next one is we're gonna pull it up just so we can have the picture, so we can just go through the pictures real quick. The other one is Japanese underwater city of giants. Giant city. They got stairs where one step is like 13 feet high.
Let's see what we get. All right, here we go right here.
Mm-hmm. This is on the other side of the world from what you just seen.
The mirror flip.
Bimini Road is down near Cuba.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. It's somewhere down there. This is in the Pacific.
Hey, can it be a 3 mirror flip? So where it's three
Oh yeah, we ain't done.
Okay.
Remember I told you that there was that they rerouted the Nile to fill in the Mediterranean.
Yeah, you told me that, yeah.
Watch this. Underwater Alexandria, Mediterranean.
Oh yeah, you going somewhere with this one.
They believe that they discovered Cleopatra's tomb down there recently in the last couple of months.
See, underwater Alexandria, right?
Yep.
All right. Let's see.
Did you put in Mediterranean?
Oh no. Hold on, I gotta put this in now. It's right here, supposed to be it right here, right? Look,
See that right under
different
that
statues. Oh shit, son.
There you go. Now you own it. Just click on there and you can see the pictures under that to stay with the same topic.
Okay, all right.
Because all of them, that's dealing with the same underwater city.
Get the hell out of here. Why they ain't telling niggas about that, bro? Look at this. This is all the Egyptian shit, man.
Yeah, that's in the Mediterranean, right off northern Egypt.
Oh yeah, it's our land anyway. We already know. I got a couple already, man. On that one.
Yeah, we don't need all of them.
Okay, what else you got?
Okay, it's a city in the Atlantic. No, we ain't gonna worry about that. Let's just go over these photos and look at the underwater, the ancient civilizations that passed.
Hey, what about that that one where they got the people chained together in the circle? You saw that one?
Yeah, that's something else. I was gonna pull that up, but I ain't gonna pull that up.
Okay, all right. This is fire right here, bro.
This is ancient
shit. Like limestone, man. It's like fucking limestone.
It's made out of everything else that Hollywood called Egypt is made out of.
Dang.
We gonna get into all that in 1 minute. Okay, let's go next picture. We just looking at the pictures we just pulled. This is underwater Mediterranean.
Why didn't it go through? Oh, okay. All right. Let me go back. Okay, this that road right here.
Bimini Road.
Yeah.
Right. This is Bimini Road. It's an underwater roadway. Let's go to Google and get the headlines of it so they can see what it's talking about.
Bimini Road, sometimes called Bimini Wall, is a underwater rock formation near North Bimini Island in the Bahamas. The road consists of 0.8 kilometers long northeast southwest linear feature and composed of roughly rectangular to sub-rectangular limestones. Yeah, we built with limestone. That's how you know it's our shit. We built it. I'm telling you, man. That's how you know it's our shit right there.
Okay, now let's look at some of the pictures of that. How many you get for Bimini Road? 2?
Right here. It's another one.
You see how it's laid out?
Yeah.
It's a city. You had roadways.
Yeah.
If you had roadways, that means that you had some form of transportation that went on the roadways.
That's right. That's right.
But I ain't the one to talk, so you ain't heard it from me. Let's go into the next picture. Okay, so this is the artistic diagram of Bimini Road and how it's laid out. So this is the city. So this is the old, what they call Tartarian civilizations. When the grid was flipping from Nibiru coming, that's how come they kept coming from under the water to back under the water. Right? So if you read in Genesis, this came a time where they said the floods was going to have to stop, right?
Yeah.
And they won't destroy the earth by water, but by fire next time.
That's right.
All right. So the covenant that the rainbow is to the memorial to El Elo, one of the Elohim, that he won't allow the earth to be destroyed by the whole tectonic plates shifting, the highlands to low and the lowlands to high. Right? So now what that translates in modern understanding of the Galactic Council agreement between Earth and Nibiru was this. they would readjust the orbit of Nibiru so it doesn't cause the physical Earth's tectonic plates to flip, because now it'll be just out of reach. But the thing that they can't avoid is the flipping of the electromagnetic grid of the Earth. Now, the electromagnetic grid of the Earth, if you see, it's a torsion field. Right? So this field, where south is supposed to be up, and where north is supposed to be down. Right? And that's why they had us disoriented, because they changed our polar orientation.
Yeah, I feel like that, man. I feel like that's happened to us.
Right. It's self-explanatory. Okay. Now, Earth, the south get the sun more than the north. Right. So right below event horizon level to the sun shining on one part of the Earth, making it more what you call tropical than the other part. Right. That means that the Earth is slightly up to the south of us, to the moon. I mean, the sun. The sun is south in its primary origin in relation to the sun. It's up south. But the moon is primarily north in its orientation to its position of the Earth. Right? So the dark night satellite runs between the two, north to south polar orbit. Right? That's an odd orbit to put a satellite. But that's to hold the hologram. So now you got this game of the gods. Now we reprogramming the computer, the algorithm, in order to keep Nibiru from flipping the physical grid of the Earth, and they only flip the electromagnetic grid instead. Right? That's changing the Shu Men back to Shu Tefnut.
Okay, go ahead.
That's called the restoration of the gender covenant. Pull up Shu Tefnut once again so they can see sky over the Earth.
All right.
Then go to images.
All right, I got you. I'm gonna save it in the folder. Right here. This is the one high. Look, I'm gonna try to find like a color one.
Yep, that's the one right there.
Let's see if we find another one. Better one than that one.
The best one is this. It's gonna be blue.
Yeah. It's like now this one right here is a good one too. I'll save it. With the blue, showing a sky blue, showing okay, let's see, that's probably the best one they're gonna let us have over here. Let's see. Oh, right here, here you go, right here, the one you talking about. Right here. We got it, baby. Let me load it up. Yeah, hey, break that down a little bit more, man. They saying break that down the Shu Tefnut joint, man, because they
we about to go back to Google. Go back to Google.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Go type in Khonsu, Khonsu. We need a picture of Khonsu with the description of his characteristics on it. So you scroll through there. There go one right there on the second row, second from right.
Right here.
The other way. Your other right.
Right here.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, Khonsu, nope. Khonsu, Haru, Ra.
No, that's not Khonsu. That's the wrong one.
Well. This one I just clicked?
Yeah, the picture, that's not who I'm looking for.
Oh, you looking for what Khonsu you looking for?
Go back to the picture. Go back to the picture showing Tefnut. Let me see. I'm blow it up. I have to see what it is in the middle.
Oh, I mean, are you talking about like the dude right here in the middle, right here?
Yeah.
Like Anubis.
That's not Anubis. That's Khanum, I think is how you pronounce it.
You talking about Amun, right? Amun Ra?
No, his name is like Khanum.
Okay, I think I know who you're talking about now. You talking about
KHN.
yeah, KHUM. I'm gonna tell you, like this is his name right there. Come on, this dude right here. This dude right here with the ram's head.
Right. Now find one that gives his character traits. Don't say that picture. Say the one that's go to the one that's gonna have his character traits on it.
I got you. I got you.
I'm still not feeling that's the right guy.
I think that's him, dude. You looking for right there. Oh, let's see. Oh, let me type in. Let me put like this right here. Now, this is gonna break it. Come close right there. Here you go, right here.
Do that look like the guy that was holding up the?
Yeah, it's him. That's him. Hey, what y'all think in the chat? They say yep. They say yep. It says somebody says Gib, but I think it looked like I think
it's not Gib.
No, it ain't Gib because he only got this type of headdress. I don't
go back and look at it again. You need to blow it up so we can see the head.
All right, let me go to it right here. Then I'll tell you what. Let me blow it up right here for you. It's well that hey, you know what? It could be Shoot because
that's who it is.
Yeah, because you see
right you see who behind him, right?
Yeah.
That's who we was just looking at behind him.
Yeah, it's Shoot because that's that one fella. He was one that wrote that fella like that too.
And that's Mother Tefnet of Sky, Mother Sky.
Yeah.
So when we talk about the noon, you see how the stars is in the blue? That's what we're talking about. The primordial noon. That's the sky that's made up of melanin. That we call the darkness of space. Dark matter.
So is that saying the wind holding up the sky? That's what it's saying?
It's a bit like the moisture, those are the children.
Okay.
Right? Let's go into the story. Let's go back to Google and let's go into the story.
Okay. Oh, not that story. The story of the
doing Tefnet.
Okay.
No matter of fact, it's a good video on YouTube.
Yeah, send it to me real quick. I can load it up.
Okay, let me pull it up.
No, we black people, we like videos. Moors. They don't like the word black. I like the word black. It's street. It's strong. It's powerful. I like it, but you know I'm a advanced.
Here you go.
Are you trying?
I'm setting it up.
All right, let me get it. Like that. Oh yeah, this one right here gonna be fire. All right, let me get it. Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Right? If you don't, hey, hit that bell. If you don't receive a notification from us every day, come back and check with us. Like I said, we're dropping the brother Rod Hayes Cash App in the link if you want to show him some love. You take $1, $10, whatever you got.
You got to show me love.
Everybody drop them.
There you go, the red one right there.
Right there. Huh?
The red one right there.
Yeah, right there. I saved it enough. Damn, come on.
Probably right.
I got it.
Okay, let's go to the main page so we can look up the definition of it.
Let me say these pictures right here. Okay, I got you right here. I got you. They also got something doing with the brain. Let me say that picture right there with the brain part. Maybe you can break that down. All right, let me go right here. I got you. Boom. Human resonance are a set of spectrums peak in the extreme low frequency portions of the Earth electromagnetic spectrum. The Schumann resonance or globe electromagnetic resonance generating exciting by lightning discharge in the capital formed by the Earth's surface and the isosphere.
Right, which is basically the short form of that is it's the electromagnetic grid of the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now type in Egyptian god Min, M-I-N.
Okay, all right. Hey, I hope it don't. Hey, you know what? I can't pull up the god Min because they flagged me for that last time.
Yeah, we want the definition. You can leave it on the main page then.
That's right. Yeah, that's good right there. Min is an ancient Egyptian religion. That's wrong. That's crazy. Them niggas lying like a.
Just read it. Just read it.
A god of fertility and harvest, embodiment of masculinity principles. He was also worshipped as the lord of the eastern desert. His cult, organized in pre-dynastic times, 4 millennium BCE, Min was represented with the phallus erecting. Hey, and I can't see that last word. It says a frill in his raising right hand. Yeah, the frill. That's like
yeah, so that's for thrashing. But
yeah.
look at what it say.
Mm-hmm.
Min is the god of sexual virility of men.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay,
now remember who Shu was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the resonance again?
The Schumann resonance. Schumann resonance.
That's double masculine. That's the wrong polarity for Earth.
Yeah, so you gotta be masculine and feminine.
Right, which is Shu Tefnut.
Okay.
Now you see why the homosexuality among males is in the air.
Okay, go ahead.
It's in the electromagnetic frequency.
Go ahead.
So when we flip the grid, shit gonna change. The grid flip is going from Shu Min back to Shu Tefnut.
The feminine energy is coming back and getting its balance back.
Right. Mm-hmm. Now remember, Tefnut right there, right, represents the mother sky. Mm-hmm. Right. So he is Shu and Tefnut.
Big Rod. You know, I've been for anybody that don't know, you should definitely go follow Rod Hayes or what's your other page? Morpheus Mysticus.
Yeah.
Brother super tapped in like on the spiritual side and with the laws. He already know what's going on.
Look, they whole shit over with, dog. It's the rap.
Right.
We can't file no paperwork with them because you're keeping them artificially in charge by doing that.
You giving them administration. You giving them consent to administer.
Yeah.
And I know that's your perspective. That's why I wanted to bring you on too, because we trying to get everybody like the whole reason for this is so everybody can, like we were just talking about it earlier, everybody can get out of the bills and start focusing on what's real.
So up until January the 4th, 2019, we was under a contract of an interim government that was hired by the Crown of England to run government on our territory. The United States government is two corporations that merged. If you go back into history, you're going to read about the Virginia Company, mm-hmm. and you're going to read about the Northwest Trading Company. Mm-hmm. Their specialty was trading in slaves, but they also traded in spice, they traded in furs, and they traded in animals.
They branched out to be some of the first insurance companies, right?
Yep. And they also established Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
Wall Street used to be a slave market. It still is on the what they call the black market.
Mm-hmm.
Walmart been had a back page for ever since it been there, where they've been human trafficking, sex trafficking, adrenochrome trafficking. They've been doing all they dirt, but they've been covering it up with Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right? That's how they've been laundering their money. This all recorded now. The FBI got it all recorded now. So when we pull the Freedom of Information Act, we can go read this shit. It's just that I'm just one of them motherfuckers that I'm just nosy. I want to know what's going on the land. I want to know who is, because the last time I was in physical form, these motherfuckers wasn't here.
Straight up.
So I'm trying to figure out who the fuck is on the land keeping the chief suppressed.
That's why this world don't make sense to us, because in our last round on this planet wasn't like
See,
that.
look, Bree, you ain't even
Look,
last
I be
5
walking down
minutes
the
and you
street
already out
sometimes,
here.
dog. Look, I swear to God, I walk down the street sometimes and I be like, what the fuck is this shit going on around here? This shit look retarded to me.
Nothing makes sense on purpose, man. Nothing makes sense on purpose. Everything.
Facts. Wayfair got exposed. Yep.
Right. So now they just gave a report. Somebody just sent me a receipt about mass arrest that took place today. So I got that receipt. You know, I was trying to tell y'all who did
From
it.
the tribunals.
Yeah, they been getting indicted through the JAG on the American side. The ones that's not in America been being indicted through Interpol.
They over in Greece trying to hide out, right?
Ain't no hideout. Every country involved now.
Mm.
They activated every sleeping royal family on Earth at the same time.
Mm.
Mm.
That means this shit was bad.
That's not.
So coming to find out, the motherfuckers that created the condition couldn't even figure out how they created it.
Ooh.
They just fucked around and did some shit they can't undo.
Ooh.
So now they gotta disturb me to come fix this shit. Now my big mama and my mama and them, they gotta conjure me to fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like dealing with human shit.
Right.
Because as long as you don't understand this human shit, you can't reach your God form.
Ooh.
Big
Yes,
facts.
sir.
Big
That's
facts.
what we was just talking about. We was literally just
The
talking about that.
racism, the sexism, the
Ooh. All that
child
is a
abuse,
All
distraction.
the isms, all the systems.
all that shit. Right, you got to rise above it,
It's a
Yep.
and you
distraction.
got to realize everything that's outside of you is happening inside of
That's
you at
right.
the same time.
Exactly.
Silent wars.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so once that part click,
As within, so
you
without.
can start. You gonna automatically your brain gonna adjust
Mm-hmm.
because it's gonna be like saying this is not matching what I already know in my DNA.
Period. It don't feel natural. It don't even feel. I can't. You.
Right,
That's why we so depressed and
Yeah.
we're
Big
not
facts.
flowing naturally. With is what's causing us to go fucking backwards or just I just feel like we're really naturally like righteous beings because we are a reflection of God. But then you have all this sin in the world, and that's why it don't sit right with us because it's just
What did Christopher Columbus, stenographer, say when he came over here? He was like, "That's the closest people I'd ever seen to God."
Yep. Because we
yeah.
were supposed to want the land. We
Because
had the
we're a
land.
reflection. We're a reflection
it's
of the
only
Most
one
High.
thing though. See, the problem that we don't know about ourselves. Why did they pick us? Why did they come pick on us?
You talking
That's a good question.
about the melanated being?
No,
No,
that's
the
over here on
motherfuckers
this
that
land.
came was melanated.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get tricked into that racist
Mm-hmm.
shit.
Yeah,
That's why you
I'm
can't see.
with you. No, I'm with you. I was yeah. I'm just
Yeah,
acting.
that's why we can't see the enemy because they look like us,
Exactly.
but they ain't us.
Yeah.
Them dirties.
Yeah. So look, all the time when you looking back on the history, our character, our nature is what they're
Mm-hmm.
going to exploit.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to replace our natural drive to be righteous and upright. That connection we got with the divine force, but they weaponized it and used it as religion to trap us in a dogma. Because when we feel that we doing something righteous and right in our heart, you can't hook 100,000 horses up to us and make us change our mind as long as we think we doing what's righteous.
Mm-hmm.
But if we get a hint that this shit ain't right, We start bagging the fuck up, talking about, nah, wait a minute, what you mean? Right? That ain't what my mama told me, motherfucker. That
Right.
shit don't match.
It don't sit
Right.
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 My big mama told me we ain't came on no ships and to put the shit back together and leave no stone unturned.
Facts.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna put this shit back together. It's put together, but we gotta wake the people up. Hey, look, we got our shit.
What's the? All right, so I'm asking all y'all questions. What's the quickest way to find self? From y'all personal perspective.
Nah, tapping with Rod. I just that's why we brought him on here, bro. When I tell you, like, it's a wealth of knowledge right here. Tap, like, just ask away, bro.
Yes, sir. So, Rod, like, so what do you say, like, from your perspective, man, in your years on this plane of existence, man? So, what would you say for your experience of your expertise of being here as a being on this world for however many lifetimes? In this specific lifetime, how would you best give the unenlightened man